Bucks and the Nets in Brooklyn, and the two best players in basketball. Giannis versus KD, and what a matchup we had. Nets leading it early, and it's Kyrie Irving throwing it up, and KD throwing it down. KD had 26. Nets are up by 9, but Milwaukee not giving up. Just over 20 seconds to go. Three-point game. Oh, Giannis. That's his only three of the night, but it's a huge bucket. He would score 44. We're tied at 110. Next, Nets possession. This is Durant for the win. 3, 2, 1. It's always a shock when it doesn't go in. We're headed to overtime, tied at 110. Under 20 seconds to go now. Nets are down by 2. Durant going up the floor. Going to get trapped in the corner. Going to get it to Kyrie. I want you to watch carefully in the corner. This is Wes Matthews, who dives at KD. It's a foul on the 3. Also looks like it got under his feet there. KD wasn't thrilled with that afterwards as he's wincing in pain as he goes to the free throw line. He would make all 3. And here comes the third one with the game tied at 118. So that gives Brooklyn a 1-point lead. Bucks are not going to use the timeout. Here we go. Giannis on a straight line to the basket. It's up and he's fouled, and it's a good call. The Nets don't like it, but it is a good call. It's not on Kevin Durant. It's on him. It's on Claxton, and it was a good call. Giannis would make both, and so the Nets get one more chance. Down by 1. KD for the win, and it doesn't go. That's 2 shots for KD that rim out that could have won it last night, and instead it is Milwaukee behind the 44 from Giannis that get their second statement win of the week. And speaking of making statements, what a week for Giannis against Philly and now Brooklyn, the two big teams in the East. He goes 40, 10, and 5 in each of those games. He has been a distant third in the MVP race, but as you see, he is coming on strong after this huge week and maybe puts himself squarely in that conversation. And so, again, Zach Lowe with us, and Chiney, I will start with you. This was billed going into it yesterday, the two best players in the world going head-to-head. What did Giannis prove last night? He proved that he may not be, quote-unquote, the best player in the NBA, but he's right now the most dominant player in the NBA. I mean, you look at that stat line, 44, 14. You see his free throw line, like making double-digit free throws. This is the same playoff Giannis that got him a championship in Milwaukee. I just love that 3, though. I mean, did you see that? The drag back crossover, first ever go-ahead or game-time 3 with 30 seconds left for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That forced me to tweet, which I never really tweet at night, but I tweeted Giannis evolution. The whole league is on notice based on what he did to the Nets, but more importantly, how he's playing. Versus the Eastern Conference playoff field right now, the Bucks have won 7 straight. They're trying to repeat as champions. He was spectacular last night, coming off, Zach, what was an equally spectacular performance in a showdown against Philly earlier in the week. So among the many things that are being sorted out right now are the MVP award for this season. Did Giannis move into the driver's seat this week?
Greeny, it's too early for me in the morning to feel nauseous out of anxiety out of an MVP vote. You got to take it easier. I mean, it's too early. Okay, forget that Philly game. Remember, he clinched it with a block on Embiid. Last night, Durant's miss at the end of regulation. There aren't many human beings who could unnerve Kevin Durant with a late double team at the end of regulation. Giannis is one of only 2 or 3 guys who could do it. So it's offense, defense, and as Chiney noted, the thing that should terrify the entire league is that he's making his free throws now. He's almost 75% at the line this season, and if he can carry that into the playoffs, there's just nothing you can do with him anymore. Look at the last play of the game. There was no play. It was just Giannis get ball, Giannis take ball, Giannis move ball to rim, get fouled, knock down free throws. Is he the MVP? Look, I've been saying all year, it's a 3-man race. You got to include Giannis. I know it's boring. I know he's won before. I know Denver and Philly have both had to overcome unusual circumstances. But this guy is an absolute killer on both ends of the floor. And if he can hit free throws like this, there's just no answer. So I'm going down to the wire. I'm going down to the wire.
Well, you got a week left in this regular season to make that decision. In the meantime, you're looking at the MVP odds. Chrissy, if we have a chance, let's put up now the odds to win the Eastern Conference, because if last night was a preview of an Eastern Conference playoff series, maybe even an Eastern Conference final, I'll sign for 7 of those. And as of that game, the Bucks have now moved into a tie for the favorites with the Nets. Brooklyn has been the favorite in the East, according to Caesars, for as long as I can remember. The Bucks have moved into a tie. Right now, Chiney, if those teams play each other 7 times in late May, who wins? Who wins?
The easy answer, the Bucks. Just because they have, fewer questions, they have more answers, and they know who they are. One thing I love is that the X factor so far, and we learned this last season, Drew Holiday. I mean, he's been able to commandeer and, run the point guard position and also defend, other guards with his size so well that Giannis can be, a free safety out there in the back and just, rim protect. Defensively, they've got things on lock. Chris Middleton has been coming on ever since it turned from March to April. And then Giannis is the most dominant player because one thing I love about Giannis, his energy is contagious. The way he plays, he never takes a possession off, and it shows. It's rubbed off on his team. They're peaking at the right time. And so I've got the Bucks. I think we've all known that they're exactly where they want to be, defending champs, flying under the radar and playing their best basketball right now.
So I've been on Brooklyn. Literally every person I've had in here this week has taken Milwaukee. Zach, you are my last chance. Brooklyn, Milwaukee in a 7-game series. Who wins?
Welcome to the party, Vegas. Where have you been? Ever since the James Harden, Kyrie Irving situations went haywire and it was clear that the Nets we all thought we were going to get were just going to be a theoretical dream team that we were never actually going to get, Milwaukee has been the safest pick on the board. It's not fun. It's not sexy to pick the champs. The answer is the Bucks. The Bucks are the favorites in the East. Period. End of story. Sorry, Greeny.
Well, as I've said many times, mine is that rare genius that will not be fully appreciated until long after my time, or in this case, when Brooklyn shocks all of you in May and winds up making the final. All right, there's a little extra spring in Chiney's step today, and that's because Stanford is playing in the Final Four tonight. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.